Steph Curry is 38 years old. He's getting very close to that UNC status. So today we're here in NBA 2K26 rebuilding the Warriors with the objective of winning him one more ring before he retires. And with that being said, we'll sim through the playoffs and get to the offseason here. So it will be the Spurs in 7 winning the championship, Wemby as the MVP. And now for player retirements, Al Horford, he's coming back. Of course, as of recording this, in real life, the draft lottery has already happened. However, in 2K's start today, it has not, so we'll see. Do we jump up? No, the Jazz will win number 1, Mavericks at 2, Grizzlies 3, and Hawks at 4. And so heading into this offseason, we do have a couple of guys that I would like to re-sign. Of course, Kristaps is going to be a free agent, so is Pods, Santos, and Draymond Green. I think he has a player option that's worth like 28 million, which he's probably going to accept, which I mean, I can't really blame him. He's going to be 37 making 28 million dollars. It's very hard to pass it up. But we do have a lot of expiring contracts on this team and a lot of decisions to make. And the way I kind of want to approach this is I don't think we're going to do anything too major this offseason, which kind of sucks to have a gap year considering Curry's 38 years old. However, if we go to next year's free agency, there's guys like Jokic, Giannis, Kawhi, Curry is here, but he's gonna resign. And KD of course is here, Anthony Davis, Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, this free agency class has a ton of guys. I want to set the team up so that we have a ton of cap space in the next offseason. And now heading into the draft, we of course do have the 11th pick here. We're gonna get some trade offers. I think I'll look at them, and as much as I would like to accept a trade like this, I do want to keep things semi-realistic. It's not going to be the most realistic rebuild I've ever done, but I want all the moves that I make to at least make some sense, so it's not anything all that crazy. So there's not going to be any trades like this. And for those of you who don't know, Jimmy Butler is hurt in real life, so he's not going to be playing much, if even at all, next season. So I do see the Warriors looking to trade his contract because he's making like 50-some million, 56 million. And the Nets are a team I could see taking on his contract. So I'm going to offer this trade right here. Jimmy Butler, the 11th pick, our 2nd rounder, and a future first for Michael Porter and Nick Claxton. I don't think this will get accepted, but it's worth a try. Oh. Okay, they accept. Okay, I think that's a great trade for us. I'm actually very surprised the Nets did that. I thought for sure I was going to have to give up more than one first. Well, I mean, I did give up more than one first. I meant more than one future first, but wow, that's a great trade for us. Okay, we'll take that. Absolutely. We'll accept the team option for Pods, and as expected, Draymond accepts his $27 million player option. It's hard to blame him, but that does kind of hurt us financially. And then for qualifying offers, we'll go Santos, Post, and then I think that will be it. And through the first wave of free agency, we re-signed Santos, Porzingis, and Melton. Duncan Robinson will sign on a 1-year deal. But Austin Reeves goes to the Clippers though. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, how did the Clippers have the cap space? Did they make a trade? Well, no, they didn't. I guess the Clippers just had a ton of cap space. Quentin Post will re-sign on a 3-year deal, and we also pick up Precious Achiuwa. And Jock Landale on a 1-year deal will complete all of our free agency signings here. So for player progression, Curry's down 1, Michael Porter is also down 1, Pods is up 1. Jock Landale was my last free agency signing. He's down 1, Al Horford down 3, Will Richard up to a 76, Duncan Robinson down 4. I thought he would go down like 1 or 2 at most, so down 4 is crazy. But Draymond is also down 4. I kind of expected that. He's like 90 years old. But yeah, like I mentioned before, I would say this is kind of a gap year, which I think I'm going to put Porzingis at the 4 so Claxton can start. I feel like that makes more sense, which I know that kind of sucks because, as I mentioned, Curry's ancient and we don't really want to waste a year of his career. However, that was just kind of the reality we had to face. And with that being said though, this team, I think we're going to be a playoff team for sure. And I mean, our depth is pretty good. We have everyone coming off the bench at least to 79 overall. I don't really think we'll win the championship or anything. However, I do think we should have a pretty good season. We might win a playoff series, but I think that's probably our ceiling, is just the one playoff series win, which, I mean, with this team, I think that's fine. But with that being said though, I'll go on to advance to the end of the season. But first, actually, we'll re-sign Draymond Green, and I would say this is a fair offer for him. And we'll also re-sign Nick Claxton here. But here at the trade deadline though, the power of friendship has gotten us to the 2nd seed, which is kind of crazy because I would have guessed us to be maybe like a 5th or 6th seed, but 2nd seed is kind of insane. And the Suns just don't have a point guard on their roster. Also, something I noticed, Pods has point guard as his primary primary and secondary position. Like even when you go into quick edit, it still shows that, so I have no idea how that works. Jokic averaging a 32-point triple-double, wins MVP. Darren Peterson Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey 6th Man of the Year. What's his overall? 84 overall coming off the bench. That's interesting. And Draymond Green makes All-NBA first team. So here for the playoffs, we are the number 3 seed taking on the Phoenix Suns, who do not have a point guard. I guess they have Christian Brown and Cameron Thomas now, so that will be interesting. But overall though, I think we should win this series, I guess. I mean, unless Devin Booker drops like 90 points a game, we should win this series. So we'll see about game 1. We'll go to them. What about game 2? Us, game 3. Go to us, game 4. 3-1 lead, do not blow it, and we advance to the next series, and we will be taking on the Dallas Mavericks. So the Mavericks are a very good 2K, and there you have Darren Peterson, that's right. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. So Darren Peterson and Cooper Flag, that's going to be ridiculous. Okay, well they also have Kyrie, of course, John Collins coming off the bench, and I think that's it for new players on this team. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Game 1. We'll go to us. Game 2, tied up at 1. Game 3, 2-1 lead, 3-1 lead. Don't blow it. Don't blow the 3-1 lead, and we might be blowing the 3-1 lead. Okay. Well, let's go down to an 8-man rotation. They want Pods to start, Curry at the 2. This is an interesting decision for Game 7, but you know what? Steve Kerr's won a couple championships. I guess we'll trust him. But this defense, though, is going to be absolutely disgusting on Darren Peterson and Kyrie, so I'm not sure. I feel like DeAnthony Melton has to get minutes just because of that fact. Well, how's he doing in the playoffs? I mean, he's averaging 6 points. All right, so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to have DeAnthony Melton getting 23 minutes because we really need his defense. But all right, here's the matchups. We'll see if we can win this Game 7 and not blow the 3-1 lead here, and the Mavericks come out swinging. The first half dominated by them, and they're really starting to pull away. We're going to blow this 3-1 lead, aren't we? Well, we need a really big fourth quarter if we want a chance, and yeah, it's going to be game. All right, well, kind of expected. Like I said before the season, I thought our ceiling was a 1 playoff series win, and that's what we got, and we blow a 3-1 lead in the second round. It will be the Mavericks and Pistons going on in the finals, and the Pistons will win 4-1. Player retirements, Al Horford is retiring, can't do anything about that. LeBron, though, we'll give him 1 more season. Jimmy Butler as a member of the Nets, you know, we'll override that. Same with KD. You know, a lot of these guys I have to override. Draymond, we'll let him retire. But also, thankfully, Steph Curry didn't retire because that means we'll get at least 2 more seasons with him as opposed to just 1, so a little more flexibility with the rebuild. So the Grizzlies will be picking at pick 1, pick 2, and also pick 14. Goodness gracious. Well, team player options, Will Richard, we will be accepting that. Qualifying offers, Pods, we will be accepting that. I completely forgot to re-sign him last offseason, which was a complete blunder by me. I should have done that, but here we go. For free agency, very big free agency. Of course, we got to re-sign Curry. He has really no serious offers. Somehow he has 75% interest on a $5 million deal from the Celtics. I have no idea because he's expecting $56 million. So I really don't understand that one. However, since he really doesn't have any serious offers, we can just lower this a bunch and have a ton of cap space left over. And so I really would like Giannis. I don't think Jokic, yeah, he's going to go back to the Nuggets. Wemby, he's restricted. There's just no way. However, here with Giannis, his number 1 offer is from the Nets. So we'll be offering them Kristaps, Will Richard, Quentin Post in exchange for 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Will they accept this offer? And they will. And now we have jumped up as the number 1 offer on Giannis. But also Michael Porter is probably going to go to the Clippers. We do have bird rights on him though. So I mean, hopefully he re-signs with us. I guess we'll see. Those are all 3 of my offers and we get all 3. So I think with all these moves, we would have about like $8 million in remaining cap space. I'll have to see. Somehow the Kings are in the negatives by $162 million. Who in the world are the Kings paying? Like there's no way they don't even have a single guy on the max. Like Sabonis, $48 million. I mean, this might have been the max when he signed it, but like Keegan Murray's not on the max. He makes a lot, but he's not on the max. Like I'm looking right here. I have no idea how this team is so over by $162 million. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But we're going to offer this trade with the Clippers here. I want to see if I can pick up a little more cap space by trading away Moses Moody and DeAnthony Melton to the Clippers here, and they will accept. And so by doing this, I'm able to keep Pods on the cap hold. But we do pick up Curry, Giannis, Michael Porter re-signs, Keldon Johnson, I also picked him up, and Paul Reed. So this free agency class should push us to a championship winning team. If it doesn't, I don't even know what to say. But how much cap space? We have about $6 million left over. So we'll sign Keon Johnson. I don't think he's related to Keldon Johnson. I guess it's possible. I'm not sure. There's a lot of guys with the last name Johnson, but Pods hopefully will be signing. I offered him a contract and he will accept. And Timberwolves legend Terrence Shannon Jr. will sign with us. LeBron goes to the Bucks though. At 42 years old, he's going to have to carry that Bucks team who has, I don't even know who's on the Bucks anymore, honestly. Brandon Miller to the Bulls though, and Jalen Green goes to the Kings, so I guess that's where all their cap space went. Jimmy Butler to the Lakers. Well, it's DeMar and LeBron going to the Bucks. If this was what, like 6 or 7 years ago, which, okay, I didn't say that intentionally, but if it was, that would definitely be an insane duo over in Milwaukee. And so we're just filling out the roster here. Dean Wade, Jordan Poole, Draymond retired, so he's able to come back. Malik Beasley, Timberwolves legend. Also, Jock Landale and Dylan Cardwell will be signing to the team. But as for player progression, Giannis is down 1, Curry's down 4, Michael Porter down 1, Pods is up 1. A lot of regression on this team. Hardly any progression though. Keon Johnson, Jordan Poole both progress, but wow, a lot of regression. Well, we are at 16 players, so I guess we'll just release Steph Curry. Well, Yak, it was a great run. All right, well, the championship run starts now. Keldon Johnson, new addition to the starting lineup, and as for the bench, Paul Reed and Terrence Shannon Jr. are the 2 new guys in town. And so with that being said, we'll just head straight to the trade deadline and we'll see where this team's at. Wemby takes home the MVP award. Chris Finch, Coach of the Year, and I do win Executive of the Year. We have a 96 overall team, 99 offense, 93 defense. We did drop down to the 2 seed though, which, you know, is what it is. We take on the Pelicans here in round 1, who we just took Jordan Poole from. They have Tari Eason, Darren Sharp, who was a guy I considered signing in the offseason. They have an 88 overall coming off the bench though. But yeah, this is the Pelicans team we're facing here in round 1. We'll see about game 1. It'll go to us. Game 2. Us. Game 3. 2-1 series. Can we take the 3-1 lead? We cannot. Tied up at 2. 3-2 series. Can we close it out? And we do. We win in 6, and now we take on the Grizzlies here, who the Grizzlies, they just had the number 1 and number 2 overall pick in this past draft. I have no idea who they took. I didn't even pay attention to the draft. But Ja Morant is up to a 90 overall. They also had Cameron Boozer. So they had the 3rd pick in the year before. Then the following year they picked out pick 1 and pick 2. That's insane. Okay, well, anyways though, this is what the starting lineup is looking like. Ty Jerome coming off the bench. Of course, he is there in real life, but I'm not sure who they took. It was probably this guy, 76 overall. They took him at pick 2, and this is who they took at pick 1. Okay, well, what about game 1? It'll go to them. What about game 2? Goes to them. Okay, time for an 8-man rotation. And Kerr wants to go back to the Pods at the 1, Curry at the 2 situation, so I guess we'll see if that works out, because we need to win. 2-1 series. Can we tie it up? 2-2. 3-2 series. Okay, well, here we go. You know, I'm going to override that. I feel like we have to start Keldon Johnson just for his defense. Pods can come off the bench with 31 minutes. That's fine. Keldon Johnson, though, we got to give him the Ja Morant matchup. It's just got to happen. Okay, well, the thing is, we have 2 K Johnsons on this team. So I just have to hope this is the correct one, because I have no idea. But alright, here we go. We have to win 2 straight, and that starts here. We come out swinging, though, in the first quarter. Wow, 39-20 in the first quarter. Let's hold that momentum. We don't really in the second quarter, but it kind of looks like we're pulling away. It's 27-9 in this fourth quarter, and we have a 1-point game. Yeah, if this gets close within like a minute, we'll jump in and watch, but I guess that defensive switch up worked, because we're going to close out this game and force a game 7. Alright, here we go. Game 7 for all the marbles to advance on to the conference finals, and wow. The Grizzlies are going to win this, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to lose this. We got dominated all the way through. We got to make a big change in this offseason. Otherwise, Curry's going to retire. without winning another ring, and it will be the Knicks winning the championship. Well, I mean, Curry still hasn't retired, so I guess we do have more time on this rebuild, because once he does retire, I get the 1 season after overriding it, but after that, the rebuild's over. So we don't really have to get like insanely desperate, but we need to make changes. But okay, we have the number 2 overall pick. I didn't even look at the lottery odds, but because of that trade we made, I don't even remember which one it was, but we have the number 2 overall pick. This is huge. So I'm going to be exploring all of the options here with this pick. Okay, I just want to see. I don't think there's going to be any trades. I'm just curious. So Giannis and the number 2 overall pick, what could we get? Okay, obviously we're not accepting any of those, but I just wanted to see. Alright, so we just made a big trade involving the number 2 overall pick, which you guys will see momentarily, but yeah, we do not have any draft picks anymore. Who will the Rockets take? Okay, they take this auto-generated guy. Anyways, though, I'll show you this trade. I'm very happy with it. I think it completes exactly what we need on this team, and I'll show you right now. So we send away Keldon Johnson, Santos, the number 2 overall pick, the number, I think it was like number 29. I don't even remember, but we had another first-round pick and 2 seconds in exchange for Amen Thompson and a future first-round pick, which is the Phoenix Suns first-round pick. So yeah, we add Amen Thompson to this team, who he's not really a scorer. I think he only averaged like 12 points per game, 13 points per game. But he rebounds the ball and he assists the ball, and he's also at 64%. But he's also a terrific defender, A+ perimeter defense, A- playmaking. This is exactly what we need. I did consider trading for Tyrese Maxey, however, I would have had to give up pods in order to get him, which in reality is worth it. However, Curry, being 40, he's gonna regress, and I would like pods coming off the bench, especially because he's gonna progress at 83 overall. He'll probably be like an 85, maybe even an 87 going into next season. And of course, we do need to re-sign Curry here, so we'll offer him that. We are his only offer currently, but Luka also might be going to the Nets. So here for day 1 of free agency, I offered both Zach Edey and Zubac. However, the thing is with Zach Edey, he's a restricted free agent. So what I'm gonna do here is decline Zubac's offer, and we'll see if Zach Edey doesn't get matched, then we can bring him in. If he does, then we'll just go pick up Zubac in day 2. So we'll see. Looks like they're not going to match it. Okay, that's great. We also pick up Obi Toppin and Ty Jerome on the minimum. Unfortunately, Ty Jerome is 31, so he's probably going to regress. But we'll see. Assumingly, I don't think the Grizzlies will be able to match his offer because they didn't on day 1. I guess we'll see, and they don't. Okay, so we bring in Zach Edey. I don't really think there's any moves for us to make. I guess I'll see if there's any good players that we can sign on the minimum, but other than that, this team is set. But Anthony Davis, though, back to the Mavericks. And Ja Morant decides to head to the Nets. But here, player progression, Giannis, Amen, and Curry all regress, unfortunately. Pods is up to an 84, though. I thought he would be like an 85, maybe even a little higher than that, so is what it is. Claxton is up to an 82. Michael Porter continues to regress. Same with Ty Jerome. Obi Toppin, Dean Wade, Malik Beasley, and Aaron Wiggins, who I picked up, also regresses. So a ton of regression on this team. But, you know, this is our championship year. If we don't win it this year, well, we do technically still have 1 more year because Curry still has yet to actually retire. So we do still have 1 more year, but I would like to win it this year. And if we do win it this year, I will run it 1 more season just so we can see if this team can go back to back, because I assume Curry will retire this offseason. If he doesn't at 40 years old, I would be very surprised. But yeah, here's the team going into year number 3 of the rebuild. If we do not win a championship this year, I'm going to be so disappointed. Well, right now we're first in the conference, 40-14. I would say we're doing pretty good overall, and we do have the best record in the league. We have the 6th best offense in the league, and defense, we are number 1, which we were also last season, and I'm pretty sure our offense was like 10th or something last season. So the offense is doing better this year. What about 3-point? We're first in 3-point, so that's great. But we do have one of the worst bench units in the entire league. But I mean, we're first in the conference. Well, we're first in the NBA, so I guess we're doing something right. So yeah, I don't really see any point to make any changes here. And with the season over, Rudy Gobert has won MVP. De'Aaron Fox, 6th man of the year. What's his overall coming off the bench? 89 overall. De'Aaron Fox is coming off the bench. Goodness gracious, the Spurs are a powerhouse. Giannis NBA Cup MVP. Let's hang the banner. but we did not get the number 1 seed. I wasn't even paying attention to the sim, honestly, so I'm just now seeing this. And we did indeed get the number 2 seed. So we take on the Suns, who I believe we faced last year in the they have a 72 overall point guard. So yeah, I remember I brought up they didn't have a point guard. They have one now, and he's a 72 overall. But yeah, this is what the Suns team is looking like. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before we faced them in the playoffs, but we're facing them again, and they get a game on us. 2-1 series. Can we force 3-1? Tied up at 2. And we're facing elimination here. Goodness gracious, dude. What is going on? Well, we'll go down to an 8-man rotation. I guess Steph Curry can't guard a 72 overall point guard. If we lose this game, dude, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm just going to make the craziest trades of all time in the offseason. Like, it's just going to be insane. But all right, we got the matchup set up. Man, if we lose, I'm going to be so annoyed. But all right, here we go. First quarter goes to us. Second quarter is going to them. Kind of back and forth here in this second half. And please don't let him pull away. It's 2-15 in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose, aren't we? We have 4 total points in the fourth quarter. We have Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time, in an elimination game. Wow, we're going to lose. Oh my gosh, man. I don't even know what to say. It's just so horrible. We had Steph Curry, Michael Porter, and Nick Claxton all fouled out. Wow, I guess the refs were against us, but I mean, we just let the Suns beat us. Oh my gosh, and it will be the Mavericks Pistons in the finals, and the Mavericks sweep. Darren Peterson, oh yeah, dude, I forgot. Darren Peterson and Cooper Flagg as a duo, that's gonna be a brutal team. But alright, this is the last year of the rebuild. If we do not win a championship, we have failed. And when I say we, I mean all of us, including you guys watching this video. If we do not win, we failed. Increase the luxury tax rate by 25%. There's like no chance this would ever get approved, but for some reason 27-3. Okay, so we have 3 picks in this draft lottery. If we could get at least one of them in the top 3, that would be huge for trades. So let's see here. Do we get any in the top 3? 5th. Where's our other ones? So 5th. 20th. Oh wait, no, I guess the Rockets one. I'm pretty sure the Rockets one was a swap. That's why we didn't get it. And the thing about that pick is I almost traded for that Rockets pick in that Amen Thompson trade, but I got the Phoenix Suns one instead of asking for that swap. You know, in retrospect, obviously I wish I took that. That's so frustrating. I could have had the number 1 overall pick. Alright, so we just made a trade involving the number 5 overall pick and I think the number 13 overall pick. I don't even remember what draft picks I have, to be completely honest, but I'm pretty sure I have like 3 or 4 more first round picks, which I'm gonna have to trade. With the trade I made, we're just gonna completely ignore everything I said about realism as I trade these last 3 first round picks. So is there gonna be any good picks I'm getting offered here? Really, no. So we'll just do this one with the Bulls. But yeah, I made a crazy trade. We'll go over it here in a second. So we sent away Michael Porter, Nick Claxton, the 5th overall pick, and then wherever the Pacers one was, honestly, I don't even remember. I think it was actually the 15th pick. Or maybe it was the 14th. I don't know. Doesn't matter. For Zachary Ricochet, I think that's how you say it. And a couple of future first round picks from the Bucks, which I honestly have no idea how I was able to get a couple of first round picks, but I mean, I'm completely for it. For those of you who don't know though, Zachary here is one of the greatest 2K simulation players of all time. He's insanely good. I have another video that is not out yet, but it's going to be out, which is a rebuild of the Timberwolves throughout the rest of Anthony Edwards' career. Not to spoil anything or anything like that, but Mr. Zachary here, he goes off, we'll put it that way. But yeah, we add him to this team, and I mean, I would say we're definitely in a position to win a championship. If we don't, I don't know what to say. This is the last season of the rebuild, and Curry might not even be a starter next season because he's going to regress again, so he might be coming off the bench. But we also do have to re-sign him, and the Bucks want to sign him. So the Bucks, after we took Giannis from them a couple years ago, they want to add Steph Curry to their team. But thankfully, Curry wants to stick around on a discounted rate, so he's getting $3 million less than what the Bucks are offering, but he still wants to come here. But he's not our only free agent. We have a couple of other guys, Pods, I would also like to bring back. And here we make a bunch of signings. Curry, Pods, re-sign, as well as TSJ, he also re-signs. Daniel Gafford, Aaron Aaron Nesmith, Danny Wolf, Rui Hachimura all sign, and Keldon Johnson, who we traded away, went to the Rockets, averaged 13.5. We brought him back. But all right, here we go, heading into Steph Curry's likely final season in the NBA. He's down to an 83 overall, and Pods is still regressing, man. I thought he would be starting next season, but no, I guess he won't be. Giannis is also regressing, which, I mean, is understandable. His play style is like really athleticism reliant, but somehow he still has A+, which you would think that would be the one thing that goes down with his age, but I guess not. Everything else, which to me makes like no sense, but whatever. Amen's still an 88, Zachary's up to an 87, but a lot of regression on this team. Yeah, quite a bit of regression on this team. Unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so yeah, this season is for all the marbles. If we don't win the championship this season, like I said, we all failed. So let's hope this team can get it done. You know, I really don't know what I could do to improve this team. So if we don't win the finals this year, I'm gonna be so disappointed, because this rebuild, I don't know how long it's taken, but it's been a while. So if we don't win, I'm going to be very disappointed. But with that being said, we'll go to the trade deadline and we'll see where the team's at. All right, well, we're 38-13, which is good enough to get us second place in the Western Conference. I'm guessing the Mavericks are 43-10. If we lose to the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals, I'm going to be so mad. Well, first we need to focus on getting to the Western Conference Finals, because Darren Peterson is up to a 96. Oh my gosh. He was actually a guy I considered trading for in the offseason, but his contract was expiring, so I wasn't able to do that. So I mean, I could just trade for one of their bench players to like get him off the team. All right, well, we'll see if this works. We're trying to get Larson here and they accept. So that hurts the Mavericks bench a little bit and also helps our bench out a little bit. All right, for Josh Giddey, will the Lakers accept? And they will not. What about another first round pick? I'll give you all the first round picks and we get Josh Giddey on the team, who's averaging 20 points. So him coming off the bench is going to be great for the team. Now we're trying to trade for John Collins, really building a super team here in Golden State, and they do not accept. Okay, what about another first round pick? And they accept. So this Bucks pick has 2.5-star value, which I really would like to capitalize on. However, I don't really know what I would do to improve this team. Like, everyone that's going to play is at least an 80 overall. I'm pretty sure, at least. I don't think we have anyone under an 80. Yeah, we don't. Everyone that's going to play is at least an 81 overall. And I guess maybe we could add a wing to our bench, but I don't really know if that's necessary. Well, I found a way to utilize it. I will show you guys this trade, and we're adding Jalen Duren here for Zach Edey, Danny Wolf, Keldon Johnson, and that first round pick. So yeah, I mean, this team, if we do not win this championship, I might have to uninstall 2K. Like, actually speaking, this team is so good. Every starter is at least an 83 overall. Of course, Curry being 90 years old, he's regressed down to an 83, but everyone on this team is good. Our bench is great. Our starting unit is great. Like, it's the trade deadline right now. I don't know if there's more. I mean, maybe we could get a better backup center, but Daniel Gafford's averaging 5 and 7, but his field goal percentage is kind of low. So, I mean, we could improve upon him. I don't think we really will, though. I guess I'll see. All right, so it's been torture trying to set this trade up because I had to find a team that had under 15 players to make this all work out. But we're trying to add Missy here. We'll see. I have plenty of draft picks, so Rui Hachimura has a note. Okay, that's getting waived. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. I have work in 7 hours pretty much. So yeah, I would like to get this rebuild done, and they accept. Okay, that's great. So we had Missy to this team. We didn't have to give up any draft picks in order to do so. And man, like I've been saying, this team is way too good to not make the finals. If we don't, I mean, not even just make the finals, we need to win the championship. If we don't, there's a huge issue. All right, this is a very unlikely trade, but I'm trying to make a monster package here. If we could improve our center position yet again, we'll see. Probably won't be accepted, but I'm gonna give it my best effort here, and yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any more draft picks. I mean, I could offer up better players, I think. I mean, I did just sign a couple of guys because of us being under the roster minimum, so I could offer DJ Wagner because I did just have to sign him, which, I mean, this is kind of cheesing the game, but, you know, we're at that point in the rebuild where, like I said, it's 3 in the morning, I need to go to bed for work soon, so honestly, I just don't care. So we'll see, will this trade be accepted? Yeah, you know, it kind of figures, and yeah, for some reason, the Timberwolves GM was like fine with this trade before, but as soon as we started offering up more to the Jazz, then now they are not interested. But yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to happen. You know, is what it is. We really are in a difficult spot with trying to make trades because we have to match salary and we really cannot do that. But you know, it is what it is. I don't think we necessarily need a trade. I think our team is good where it's at. We'll go to the end of the season now. And so Darren Peterson wins Rookie of the Year. I did try making a blockbuster trade for him, but it just didn't work out. Here we go. We're the number 2 seed, taking on the Spurs in round 1. So the Spurs are a very good team despite only being the 7th seed. Like, this is a very good team. I'm actually pretty surprised they're only the 7th seed. But regardless though, we'll see about game 1. We'll go to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3. Okay, they take a game. Game 4. Tied up at 2, man. Here we go. We're going down to an 8-man rotation, dude. If we lose, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Like, I've said this so many times, but like, you guys don't understand. I'm gonna feel so defeated, like actually defeated. Please close out the series here. Finally, we win a playoff series. We take on the Grizzlies, who have Cameron Boozer, and the Grizzlies, Desmond Bane is back, but I would say this team really is not all that good. They do have Keon Johnson, who was a part of our team, but I'm kind of surprised they beat the Thunder because the Thunder are a very good team. But I mean, we'll see about game 1 in our series. We'll go to us. Game 2, us. Game 3 goes to them. All right, game 4 tied up at 2. Oh my gosh, man, what is going on with this team? We have Giannis guarding Cameron Boozer. Who is scoring? Dude, I'm so curious. Who's scoring 25? Giannis, what is going on here, dude? All right, well, here we go. Can we please win a playoff series? I'm gonna be, I don't even want to say it because I've said it so much, but yeah, I definitely would be disappointed. It looks like we're gonna pull away with this one, though. Thankfully. Okay, now let's please close this series out. It's almost 4 in the morning, but here we go. Can we please close out this series here? It's kind of going back and forth here, but looks like we're starting to pull away. It's kind of close here in the 4th quarter. Please don't let them come back. I think we're pulling away. Looks like we are. It's kind of close. 2-possession game. I think we got this, though. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we definitely have this. Okay, we go into the conference final. Timberwolves, please. Timberwolves. Oh my gosh. Ant, lock in, please. Young Berger, Jaden, please. They have Cooper Flag, but we have Jaden McDaniels. Please. Okay. Well, all right, well, here we go. This is going to be the toughest matchup we've had all video. I'm pretty sure, at least. I've honestly kind of forgot the earlier seasons. But if we win this, we're winning the finals. There's no chance either of these teams are stopping us. We'll see about game 1. Us, game 2. Us, game 3. Okay, they take 1. Game 4. 3-1. Don't blow this. Don't blow this. Oh my gosh, we're going to the finals. We're going to the finals. Please. If we lose to the Pacers after all of this, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I might have to just delete 2K. If we lose to this Pacers team, don't get me wrong, I love Tyrese, Leonard Miller, Timberwolves legend. If we lose to this team after just beating Cooper Flag and Darren Peterson, I'm gonna lose my mind. Game 1, us. Game 2, us. Game 3 goes to us. Please, just don't blow this lead. Assumingly we win this, we're gonna jump in and watch the final celebration. But I mean, we can't count our chickens before they hatch because we've seen crazier things here in 2K. Please just lock in, team. Here we go. Simcast away, and looks like the Pacers are it's kind of close. Not really that close in the 4th quarter. Well, we're kind of dominating in the 4th quarter. We might jump in and watch this, actually. With 1:25 to go, we take the lead. We might jump in and watch this game once we get to like 46. You know what? We're going to watch. we have to watch. But Amen Thompson has fouled out though, so I don't know who's guarding Tyrese. Hopefully it's not Curry's 90-year-old self. Hopefully it's like Josh Giddey or someone. I don't even know what his perimeter defense is. I'm just gonna manually do this myself. So wow, we really have nobody with good perimeter defense. I mean, I guess Pods is most likely. Well, what's his athleticism looking like? I mean, I guess, yeah, Pods is probably our best matchup for him at this point. And wow, what a pass by Tyrese there. I don't even remember. It was going... Giannis, though, drives into the lane and slams it home as we take the lead. Here we are, though, with a chance to win. And Tyrese misses. Pods with the rebound, and he will get fouled. He's going to the line. Oh my gosh, is it really happening? Didn't really... And of course he misses. But we didn't even have Zachary in the game. He just checked in. Okay. Interesting how that works. But Pods... Second one is up, and it is good. The Pacers have no timeouts. They can go for the win or go for the tie. Tyrese dribbling it up the court. What's he going to do? He's going to shoot the mid-range. There's going to be overtime. All right, well, is what it is. If it gets close within like a minute, well, I mean, we're going to jump in and watch this championship celebration anyway. So, I mean, it makes sense to just watch like the whole time, but... I think we might lose this one, actually, unless we can... Yeah, we're going to lose this one. All right, well, we'll win it at home. All right, well, it's kind of close here in this fourth quarter. I guess we'll see if we can win this one. It's kind of going back and forth. But the Pacers, it's one possession game with 55 to go. We'll jump in. But for some reason, Amen Thompson is not on the court. I want to fix that immediately. The late game subs are just like broken. I don't know why it does this. It's so annoying. But all right, here we go. Pacers to inbound this ball, and we just give them all day to do it. And Tyrese is going to spin and miss, but it's going to be an offensive rebound as AJ Mitchell shoots the three and misses. So Josh Giddey dribbling it up. I would like our starters on, but Giannis is going to drive in on Leonard Miller. Just back him down, man. Okay, goes to Jalen Duren. Pass out to Steph Curry. Curry dribbling, driving. What's Curry going to do today? And he's going to take a contested layup. And, oh, Jalen Duren comes in and slams it home to tie the game up as the shot clock is off. 23.6 to go. The Pacers have a chance to win it here. Tyrese dribbling it up top. I think he's going to wait till the last second to shoot. He's got the one-on-one with Pods. Not the ideal matchup, but he's going to dribble around. Goes behind the back. Gets... What a weird kid. That's just great. He like teleported into the lane. That was such a horrible animation, man. Alright, well, we have 3.5 to either tie or win this game. Not having Amen Thompson on the court is so brutal in that spot because that defense would have been so much better. But alright, here we go. We're going to inbound it to... Go to Risk Estate. It's going to be a shot from Jalen Duren. Oh my gosh, man. Here we go. Another loss back to back. Okay, so I'm just now realizing for some reason Josh Giddey has been starting. What in the world is Steve Kerr think? Do I need to fire our coach right now? I have no idea why that substitution was made. What did I just do? I put okay, we're not starting Missy at point guard. That would be not a good idea, but I have no idea why Amen Thompson wasn't starting, but I guess that's why he wasn't on when he should have been. Okay, but he's starting now. We need to close out this series, man. It's been too much. I also probably shouldn't be yelling so much because, like I've been saying, it's 4 in the morning, so it's kind of a little late to be yelling at a video game, but you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, dude, Steve Kerr, if I didn't notice that, we might have blown the series. Like, that could have been a possibility there, but we'll see if that change affects anything, and we come out swinging in the first quarter, but the Pacers respond well in the second quarter. The second half, though, looks like we're going to pull away. So, yeah, that substitution, great coaching by me. We are finally going to win an NBA championship. Oh my gosh, this rebuild took so long. But Steph Curry at age 41 is winning is this his 4th championship or is this his 5th? It's one of the two, I don't know. Misses the 3 though. That could be the last shot of his career. He might be retiring off a miss. Tyrese shoots the 3. We got to get Curry a make. He can't end his career off on a miss. We got to figure something out. You know, we'll get him something easy. We'll get a layup and you know, he's going to the line. Okay. All right, this could be the very last shot of Steph Curry's. Okay, that was bad. I cannot allow that to happen. We got a foul. We got to give him one more shot. That can't be happening. Okay, here we go. The last bucket of Steph Curry's long NBA career. I get tripped up there. Okay, wow. Just shoot it. Okay, that was off. Okay, maybe I sold that, but you know, we win the championship. That's all that matters. Steph Curry will be retiring on a championship. I assume Finals MVP will go to Giannis, maybe Zachary, maybe Jalen Duren. I guess we'll find out in a second here. I assume Giannis is winning MVP, and indeed he will. But Curry drops 26, going 8 of 14 in his final game in the NBA. But there it is, Giannis averaging 22 and 10 on 58%, takes home Finals MVP. And Steph Curry, as well as Tobias Harris, will be retiring, and also Norman Powell. So 3 Warriors, after winning the championship, will be retiring. So that will do it for the Golden State Warriors rebuild for the remainder of Steph Curry's career. I know I did say it was going to be like semi-realistic, but I mean, it got to a point where I needed to throw everything out because, like I've been saying, it's 4 in the morning, I have work in 6 hours, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If there's another rebuild you guys want to see, feel free to let me know in the comments, and also feel free to check out the other rebuilds I have up on my channel. But yeah, with that being said, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. I really appreciate you guys. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.